Plus that 50, 45, that okay, man.
EA Sports. All right,
All that up and down, back and forth shit. All that shit could have been taken care of. You knew I should have just paid that shit when I had my money.
This will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action in this game. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by a QB coming into his 5th NFL season out of Oklahoma. It's Jalen Hurts.
You know what I like, Kate? I like that even though he got burned a couple times last week, had the interceptions, he didn't let that throw him in this game, making good shots, pushing the ball down the field. And look at that mindset. Much more than win.
Hurts now from the gun. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Deep behind the line. Oh, he gets it back.
We all saw a brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting it back on. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become 2, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. And leading them out is the reigning Heisman Trophy winner, the number 2 pick in the NFL draft out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterback. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, big old win.
This can get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Brought down by Jalen Carter.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice to be a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. That's caught for the first. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's enough for a first down. Nice find by the rookie quarterback from LSU. Now Daniels off the play action.
Yeah, I can't do play action against y'all.
Makes the grab and bounds left side. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Big touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone now. Defender lines right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Oh, that is going to cause him a drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is. He can move past it quickly and make it an impact for them later.
Gets him on the quick hitter. And this one doesn't go far.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
He'll make a bid for it on the ground. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him 1st and goal.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to the 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Only a yard that time, and now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. He keeps it himself. And he's in for the touchdown. The Commanders have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. He sneak. Point after
Wake up.
is good. And the
Bring me one of them green beers out the door to the refrigerator. Thank you.
The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away.
I told you they wasn't ready putting. Did we talk about that shit yesterday? I'm being real. I thought I said we probably won't have practice tomorrow. I remember saying that shit, and I said, oh, okay. It must have been the best thing it is. But no, I already knew they weren't going to have practice today because of the game yesterday, and it's a light chance of rain today.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Oh shit! She brought me the flat one. Baby, this the only one in there? Was it another one? Take him.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 35 on second down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows. This offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Hurts with it on third and short. That's into the hands of Barkley. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Great man on the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. Brings it in at the 12. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Commanders will go on offense. And Brock, we got a pretty good idea how a lot of the playoff picture is going to shake out, but still some time left for things to change near the end of the season. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Throw complete to Sinnott. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense. Daniels on first down. Chased out to his right. Finds a seam down the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. They strike for 23 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Pulled in by Dotson along the sideline. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. All right, set now. First and 10.
Check, let's go now.
On the give, here's Eckler. And he only gets this one down to the 9. We're a quarter. Commanders ball as we get back for the second, and they're thinking points. This is Eckler on second, and he's caught behind the line for a loss. Daniels leading the hurry up.
Right there, hurt. Ready.
Third and long for him here. And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders pull that in front further, 13-zip. Ahmed good on the extra point. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Eagles are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he's been somebody who can get the scoring done with his legs just as much as his arm. You can see he's top 5 for touchdowns among NFL QBs. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. All right, here we go. Second down. Throwing from the gun here. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. Quan Martin with the pick. And the Commanders take over on his 11th interception of the campaign. He steps in front and picks it off. Looked like he missed the spot there, partner. Maybe because he threw it on the run?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case, Kate. You know, you get set in the pocket. This game is fast anyway. Things are flying, but once you get on the run, it is a whole nother speed. It really becomes advantage defense as they take it away.
The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
And a man is there to knock that away. Jahan Dotson, the intended receiver. So that brings up second down.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a quarterback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
Fits it through the middle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Well, so far, they've got to be pretty happy with how he's been leading their offense. It has been a great start.
And I'd hesitate to say it's only going to get better, especially if they really decide to keep running this offense through that quarterback's arm.
Hand off now to Eckler. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line. Third down give to Eckler. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. Offense in the hurry up now. 4th down, here's Daniels. Headed out right. And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Commanders stretch their lead to 21. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock, but what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
1st and 10, here's Hurts. Gets it to Paris Campbell. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. From the 37. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Hurts setting up to throw. Pass complete to Campbell. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, And the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
The Commanders ready for the... They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Ready?
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Play fake here. Daniels. Flushed out of the pocket. On the move, chucking it deep. Big gain downfield. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. On 1st down, here's Eckler. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Zach Bond with the tackle. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Hit the street. Ready.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Broke through. Oh, now a lateral, and it's loose. They got their own fumble. And the Commanders get the football back down to the 27-yard line. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next. You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and of course, it's the incompletion.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st down from the red zone. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. Everybody rushing back to the line. Another try following the sack. Getting out to his left. And they take this in for the score. The Commanders get more points to end a lopsided first half. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders continue piling on to this lead. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. So new kickoff rules, this is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the final play of our first half. He's back to throw. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. Looking for his wide receiver there. So 2nd down coming up. Back to throw it. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Brought in inside the 20. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. We'll catch up with the rest of the league later. Let's go right through halftime and on to the start of the 3rd quarter. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The Commanders headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he's been more than just his passing touchdowns this season. In fact, you can see it right here. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing scores late in the campaign. On first down, here's Daniels. Complete, it's McLaurin. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. That 100-yard mark, it's as coveted by receivers as it is by running backs. And he's now reached it with that last catch. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
Go.
Daniels back to throw. Catch is made in close. And that's a Washington touchdown. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Hurts now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Escapes a defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They kick the running back in motion. From the pistol, Hurts has him on the quick hitter. Oh, stiff arm. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. Hurts throwing again. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it's going to be 2nd down. They'll throw. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Picked by Derek Forrest. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being 3rd down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. Offense to the line for second down.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Daniels off the play action. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Daniels on first down. Escapes the pocket. That one's caught along the left sideline. This is the type of performance a former quarterback just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing them.
Check smash, get it, ready.
On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Commanders will have a first.
Ready.
From the red zone now. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Ahmed now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders grow their lead yet again. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The offense being led back. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Pressure's there, and the Commanders got him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. We're through 3 on this. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Hurts looking to throw. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down. The Eagles are in punt formation. And he's been one of the players of this game. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. Collects this at the 32. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. That one's complete over the middle. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Buying some time left. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders continue adding to an insurmountable lead. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer? Nobody.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And they may say they're not paying attention, but everybody maintaining a constant eye on the current playoff picture. A lot on the line each week for the teams that think they have what it takes to make a run in the postseason. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And they'll be at midfield here as he gets out of bounds. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Motion man left is Brown. 1st down throwing for Hurts. He's got Devontae Smith. And they make the tackle at the 38. They are now set for 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Barkley's got it. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. To the line we go. They're set 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hurts. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Throwing it again here. This one finds Goddard. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. Trying again following the sack. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's on the move. Pressure's there, and the Commanders got him. And the pressure drives them backwards. So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. From 37 yards in the right hash. The kick by Hopkins is good. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much.
After I'd imagine dozens and dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights. And of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Panther Street! Panther Street! Let's go now!
Play fake here, Daniels. As the open man downfield. and he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Go! 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Cut out left. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Again, Daniels to the air. On the move, hit it right. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. From the gun, it's Daniels. That's cut beyond the marker. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. Trying to run in, Eckler. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. Hurry up offense now as time runs down. Eckler has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Running with Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Washington calls it second timeout. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. They'll run it with Robinson. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Commanders running them out of the building. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how... And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Ahmed now for the point after. Oh, it's a fake. Looks like they're going to throw. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
I know these special teams coaches spend all week trying to find a little weakness, and I guess they saw something on film they may have liked. But I think this serves as a reminder, if you want to get 2, try the conversion from the 2-yard line next time.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for him. Nearly an interception on that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. On the play fake, it's Hurts. That's complete. Here's Brown. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles making the scoreboard look a touch better. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles cut into the lead by another point. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Returnable from the 2. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. First and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Forced out to his right. Oh, shouldn't let that one go. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And the Eagles get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. First and 10. A play fake now hurts to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. To score this as a win for the Commanders. And they take not just a victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one, as they finish off the sweep of their division.